Another topic in the news making headlines: Gypsy Rose Blanchard has been freed from jail last year after serving almost 9 years in prison. For those who don't remember, Gypsy Rose was the famous girl that was taken from her. How would you describe it? I have some notes
You
here.
gotta explain this shit to me.
I
'Cause
was
I know
asking if you
nothing
know about. You know nothing about it?
I know
Okay,
nothing
even
about
better
it.
because I think I can. I'd rather break it down to someone as if like I'm teaching it.
Please, bro, because I tried to look into it and it sounded weird, so I stopped.
So, Gypsy Rose was freed last month in December. She spent nearly 9 years behind bars for her participation with her ex-boyfriend, who was an online Christian dating website guy that she met. She convinced him to kill her mother,
Huh?
and she helped him kill her mother. He was from Wisconsin. He is now serving life in prison, but she ended up serving 85% of her original sentence because she was granted parole. She went in and was arrested when she was 24 years old. She is now 32 years old, right? Dee Dee Blanchard, her mother, allegedly abused her daughter by convincing her that she was sick since birth for years.
And she couldn't
always.
go outside, right?
She couldn't go outside.
Okay.
And I have some notes of some stuff here. She would force her to be in a wheelchair. She fed her through a tube. She pretended for years that she had leukemia.
Oh, to get mad free shit. I remember this.
Muscular dystrophy, and other serious illnesses. And she would fake paperwork. She would act like as if paperwork was lost. She would lie about her daughter's age, make her seem as if she was a child when she was already an adult in her 20s. And she would shave her head to make people believe that she had cancer when she was just literally shaving her head. And she would chain her daughter to a bed, basically making this child an animal, a slave. The mother was a criminal, right? This went viral, really. This was a story that people spoke about. But back...
They've been making like mad shows about this shit.
Yeah, they did a show, The Act.
And
I
a
think,
movie.
I think in 2019, The Act, with the girl that played her, I think Joy King, phenomenal role. The movie was huge. The show was huge. I won awards. It was one of my favorite shows. Me and Deja watched that shit. It was crazy. The Act, it was on Hulu.
I remember that when it came out.
Yeah, it was on Hulu. It was one of the biggest shows that ever existed in Hulu history. Phenomenal acting, and it made people be like, damn, what the fuck? Because at this time, I think the girl was behind prison in jail. Gypsy Rose. People were waiting for her arrest. I mean, not her arrest, for her release from her arrest. Because people were like, okay, she's going to serve 10. She's going to come out in 10. She ended up coming out earlier than people expected, right? Now, there's a twist with all this because of the fact that her boyfriend is still in jail, her ex-boyfriend. He's serving life. So people are saying, how is she free and he's serving life? Well, more details describe that he supposedly said that he enjoyed killing and he had more mental issues when it came to the killing. Therefore, he had a heavier sentence. But then people are saying that it's still unjust. He should serve as much time as her. There's literally video recordings.
They both killed her, basically.
Yeah, there's literally video recordings of him and her in a hotel room laughing after killing the mother. Like laughing about it.
God.
Like celebrating it almost, right? Eventually now, Gypsy Rose got married. She's married right now. She has a husband, a different man.
That, yeah.
She got married behind bars, to Ryan Scott Anderson. He's 37. He's from Louisiana. And they're now married. And she's out with him. But the major story here is the fact that Gypsy Rose has become a celebrity. This is the first time that we have a literal murderer released from jail, but has been celebrated as a celebrity, influencer, TikToker now.
I saw that. She's
being interviewed by everyone.
The women are posting her like crazy.
Crazy, bro. She had a quote that's gone viral when she said that her man's dick was fire.
I remember I saw that.
Because people were trolling her man, saying like, why are you with him, etc. And she was like, that D is fire. Ignore the haters, baby. That D is fire. And she's on camera literally saying, that D is fire.
Oh, my God.
Now, this is a girl that literally had no childhood. It was deprived from her. So now she's going to live her best life, right? As she should. In my opinion, she was justified in killing her mother. If her mother literally was doing all the stuff that she did, her mother should have died years before the day that she actually was killed. this was bound to happen. This was well done.
Depending on the state, they probably would have gave her the needle anyway.
Yeah. The mother probably would have gotten a death sentence eventually if she was to ever be arrested. Now, is it okay to glorify this girl, even though her mother was fucked up? She still is a killer. So people online are saying, why are we making her a celebrity? Why are we clapping it up? But I think it's because of the fact this is the first time we ever had a killer in our generation be alive and be free, and now being able to be interviewed and also justified in a sense where it's not a Jeffrey Dahmer, it's not a Ted Bundy, it's not a senseless killing, it's not a mass murderer. It's a very unique situation, and I think this is the start of what is going to become a huge spiral of events. Gypsy Rose right now is making headlines, but she hasn't necessarily crossed over to like black culture much and like the mainstream hip hop talk.
You took the idea out of my head.
I think that that's going to be the next steps, right? Whether she goes on these black platforms or she does music, something's going to happen. This is only the beginning of Gypsy Rose's career and fame. We're going to see rappers rap about Gypsy Rose.
Of course.
They're going to drop Gypsy Rose bars.
They're going to put her in music videos.
They're going to put her in music videos.
Drake's going to be posted up with her.
Drake, you said Drake?
Of course he is.
Drake's going to be posted up with
her? Of course he is. I truly believe it.
Drake might have a Gypsy Rose feature. You know what I'm saying?
I need a Max Win.
I need a Max Win. You know, something's going to happen where Gypsy Rose...
I need a Gypsy Rose.
I need a Gypsy Rose. You know, that'll be a hard bar in some sense. You know what I'm saying? I need a girl that kills for me and loves me like Gypsy Rose. Some shit, right? And then people are making jokes online. They're looking at her eyes like, you guys got... Off. They're like, yo, she got another kill inside of her. She's going to kill someone. She might catch another body.
Bro, I said the same thing. Because they told me she killed someone.
Yeah.
And I thought maybe like she killed a rapist or something. Because I didn't understand the story. Because I'm trying to look for it, but I got lazy, so I stopped. But this bitch, bro, like...
Think about it.
She looks like a killer.
But think about how much trauma she has, bro.
Oh, no, yeah, she's nuts.
It's like...
As someone with trauma from my mother, she's nuts, bro. I'm telling you, she's nuts.
It's
just how crazy it is.
So I think the eyes and the people with the jokes and stuff, it really comes down to the fact that this girl really is...
And to know that life, that traumatic life...
She has problems. She needs help.
To then go to prison...
Yeah.
That's a lot.
That's a lot, man.
And then now she's being thrown into the main sphere. This is my thing, Vic. And this is where I get frustrated. You said to a lot of people, killing her mother was justified.
Yes.
And I'm not saying yes or no on that. I'm saying that's the argument.
Yeah.
Why isn't Thug justified?
Young Thug.
Why isn't a lot of the people that we call murderers and violent human beings justified? Because they were throwing King Von under the bus after he died. And then he has like 15 kills.
Yeah.
A lot of those kills are because of the environment. It's the culture. It's just who you are. Yeah. Someone can make the case that's justified if you are in an environment of violence and you're in constant threat.
Yeah.
She was in an environment of violence and constant threat.
Yeah.
It's very interesting.
Yeah.
Because the way these people are posting her is like she's an idol.
Yeah.
Like she's a role model. Like, yo, that's that bitch. She got her lick back. She got her freedom. And now she gonna live her best life.
Yeah. Like an icon.
You don't have that same energy for these murderous ass niggas in these streets.
Yeah. Yeah. But maybe I think it's the mother factor. The fact that her mother was so cruel to her. Because we've kind of heard stories in the past. You watch the movie Prisoners or no? There's like movies on people like abducting people, even their own children, abducting their own children and just like ruining their children and holding their children hostage and captive in like cages and feeding them like dogs. There's a lot of stories like this that pop up throughout the years within America. This was one where she was able to get her revenge. Literally, she said her favorite song right now is Taylor Swift, Karma. Karma is my new best friend. It's like, whoa, sweet like candy. Now, it got the song looking dark. Now Taylor Swift got like a murder anthem now. Like, who would have thought now it's a murder? I'm looking at the song differently. I'm like, God damn, Swiftie. You know what I'm saying? But that's what she really believes in. Mm-hmm. And when you look at her interviews, I genuinely don't think that she was lying. And none of this. Like, you look at all the facts. There's a lot of facts. The doctors stand by this. Her own doctors stand by this. Like, there was always something off. Like, they believed this. Especially when you look at pictures back then where she was like a cripple in a wheelchair and like humpback to how she is now, her mother definitely was doing some shit, man. The issue, I think, really is the boyfriend.
I wanted
That
to
is
get
creepy.
to that. Yeah.
Like, in her interview, she said on The View, which I recommend people to go watch. She has a bunch of interviews, which are very interesting to watch. She said, hey, you know, he made his choices. He has to live with them.
Excuse me?
I have to be more. I made my choices too. And she was basically trying to be more selfish. She's like, I have to do what I have to do. I have to live my life. I can't like worry about that too much. And the only reason I get that is because of the fact that she was deprived of her childhood, how she was. But I also think she's forcing herself to believe this because in the back of her mind, she's gonna have to feel some sort of guilt for convincing this guy to let's do this, you know, play into this, let's do this. And then now his life is completely done, and then you get to be out here and be a star. That's the hypocrisy. It's not whether like, oh, her mom and herself, the murderer glorifying. I think it's the fact where the situation with the boyfriend becomes a sticky situation, and it's fucked up. It's pretty fucked up.
I think that's the second part. I agree with you. That's nasty. And yo, for the fellas out there, I thought you would have learned from Adam. My nigga, why you letting this shorty drag you into that?
Yeah.
That's crazy. You got played. He got played.
He got played.
He got played.
To the maximum level.
Nigga, literally, he lost his life.
Yeah.
For a shorty. Now, she's out living her best life and you're in jail. If he actually did enjoy it, the murder itself, that's another conversation, whatever.
Yeah.
But the whole premise to that, you're absolutely right. Looking at it from the lens of the law, she orchestrated the murder. She gave him the idea.
Yeah.
She gave him the location. I don't know how deep the murder goes. I don't know if she gave him the murder weapon, any of that. But she gave him motive.
Yes. The main thing.
Exactly. She doesn't exist. She doesn't die. But she's free and he's out. And he's in jail right now. And he has to live with his responsibilities and his decisions.
It's crazy.
If he never met you, he probably wouldn't have killed anybody.
Yeah.
Because he would have never got motive.
100%.
Whether he liked it or not. Because it takes a killer to be given the opportunity to kill.
Yeah.
So, nah. That's sick.
Stay off of Christian dating sites.
He was Christian?
It was a Christian dating site that she found him on.
Here's my thing. What if he really did love her? And he did it to save her?
Listen, that's gonna be his story to tell. Where's his documentary? That's what I want. Where's his like
Go to jail.
documentary deal, book deal? I want to find that. Because God bless her, but then I do feel like there's like a other side to this.
Because this is my frustration.
Open-ended.
There's a huge hypocrisy here. They love to criticize male violence. They say male violence is because that's the thing. The people committing the most amount of crimes are men.
Yeah.
Statistically speaking. That's the bulk of what crimes are made up is men.
Yeah.
And a lot of women say that masculinity is violent.
Mm-hmm.
Us being masculine like men, it leads to violence. Her freedom is off the back of male violence.
100%.
He literally went to a home and killed a woman. Like, think about that.
Stabbed her to death.
He stabbed her to death?
That's what it was. It was a stabbing, yep.
He stabbed a woman to death. And you're glorifying her freedom off of his decision as female empowerment.
Yeah.
GG's. God bless.
It's that Gen Z TikTok era, man. It's that Gen Z. Listen, but dude, shout out to Gypsy Rose. I would love to interview her to get her perspective on all this, a
Me
deeper
too.
dive. This would be an interesting like case study, even just analyzing the human mind. Like, is very unique.
They gon' love me for my ambition.